Hong Kong, hi Leah, enjoy your lurk. Hong Kong, hi Leah, enjoy your lurk. Oh gosh. As seen celebrating midsummer in LOTRO. Oh, my server I am playing, not pair. Playing in Angmar. I kid you not, I was literally on Angmar earlier today. Don't even remember half of what I was doing. Other than I'm in the North Downs. Wait, there's a stable match? Uh,
Greetings to you.
Not asleep, but he looks close to it. I keep meaning to, and then I forget. That's a different batch than the one you asked me yesterday. No, I literally hung up like an entire batch like 3 days ago. But there were some that I didn't get to. Those are completely different ones. Are you sure? Oh, I don't think it's that's the same file. I literally spent like 30 minutes hanging clothes and putting clothes away, and that pile was not there. Yeah, and they were like right up here on the back, and there were like four shirts. Those are now hung up. The ones that I didn't finish. I am like 95% certain that they are not, that they are a completely different pile. Whatever, it's not worth making a deal out of it. I will get them hung up. Oh, she's okay. Alrighty, we've got a lot of leveling to do. I'm booster. Not like a Valar, but just a booster. It's still double points, so I think we're gonna abuse this. I'm not gonna go too crazy, but I do want to do things quickly. Okay, we're good here. Uh, that.
Greetings. Greetings.
Go ahead and just not track.
Could I speak with you a moment?
F is in King's. Oh, there it is. Yeah, we'll ride out to do. Okay, I'm gonna actually go. I don't know if I actually have to eat back to Osgoroth. after talking to what's his name? Albarad. So I'm just gonna do that.
What do you need? Might I take a moment of your time?
And I'll probably have to go back to Oscaroth. My mouth chat feels so dry, like I haven't had any water. This is what I call a chill place. Yeah, that's what we do here. Gonna bring your homies in after. Well, you can do exclamation point Discord and then you can see the then you'll see the Discord link. I don't just add random people on Discord, I'm sorry. And I don't know who you are. I feel silly because I thought that um the herbs quest would have brought me back to a Selden, not knowing somewhere completely different, but like it's fine. It's not that big of a deal. It's just kind of like a I have to go all the way here. But it's okay. Oh, that's right, because he has a lot of. There's like a whole other set of side quests up here. But I'm not going to completely worry about these yet. If I need to come back here and do Orthon's quests, then I can. So I'm just going to grab this and then move on.
Hail, friend, and well met.
Now we're going to run all the way back to Stone. Okay, so I need to go to Oscaroth and then from those two areas we will then proceed back into the North Downs for more of Epic.
What do you need?
Grr. But it's fine. I guess we'll go to Bree first.
What can I do for you?
You'd be in Bree. Oh, it's
What
faster.
do you need?
Comment. One of my cage. Oh. Oh, that's right. It's like back here.
I am at your service.
Oh, that was the fervor ability. Oops. Hit this.
What do you need?
Awesome Guruth, that's what I need.
What do you need?
Mosul Rook, leader of the Orcs of Ostcairn, gathers his strength to crush the Egline of the Lone Lands and press eastward to Breland. Slade Ransford, a champion of the common good, stands ready with his allies to turn back the Orcish war.
Greetings.
Oh, I don't want to rest for a bit. Let's go. You gotta schmoove, Slade.
What can I do for you? Greetings.
I was about to say, it would have been really funny if, like, right as I defeated the last guy, a Wraith spawned.
Greetings.
Unironically, I would have laughed so hard. Get a lot of junk. Now we need to go to wrestle.
Well met. How can I be of service?
Westbury.
How can I be of service?
Think I have anything. Where to get? Order the Trestle Bridge, Stable Master. Yeesh.
What can I do for you?
Yeah, looks like I haven't got any. Bummer. Alrighty, chat. Looks like we are going to be in for a long one, so let's go ahead and start the first LOTRO point giveaway. LOTRO point giveaway. It's going to cost 0. Have 1 ticket. So, you put exclamation point ticket in the chat, and you will be able to get access to a giveaway for 100 LOTRO points. You're gonna want to do it. It's gonna be cool. Also, for those who are watching on YouTube, this is specifically a Twitch-only giveaway. Okay, but I can buy a pizza. Can I buy a pizza? You cannot buy a pizza with 100 LOTRO points. I wish you could buy a pizza with 100 LOTRO points. Dick. But 100 LOTRO points comes out to like $1. Yeah, it comes out to like $1. There you go. You could buy half a Kit Kat. If you could buy a pizza with 100 LOTRO points, that would be the best deal ever. That would be an insane deal. Also, Micah, I don't know if you've seen it, but there's already hackers on MW4. Like, it's already cooked, and we haven't even started, and the game hasn't even started yet. Yeah, exactly. Like, the game's not even officially out yet, and there's already hackers. It's crazy to me how, like, the number one thing that has been requested from Call of Duty fans is cheaters. And yet, that is consistently
What do you need?
the one thing that neither Treyarch, Infinity Ward, or Sledgehammer have been able to get right. Like, I am genuinely shook. Right, exactly. Like, there's so many other games that just don't have nearly as bad of a cheating problem, but yet COD just continues to just absolutely
Did you need something?
fail at
Might
cheaters.
spare a moment of your time. Will you hear my sorrows?
Hello there.
It's a sorry day. Will you hear my sorrows?
Hong Kong, maybe here short time, maybe here a long time. I'm here for it. How have you been, Leah? It's been a while. Oh, this is like 5 levels under, so it's actually like not worth for me to do. Yeah, it has been a hot, hot minute. I hope you have been okay. Okay, had surgery, got your gallbladder out, it's not fixing my problem down. Hey, a win's a win. Even if it's something small. I have yet to get a win in my migraine, so I'm very happy that you get a win. Good. That's good. I'm glad to hear it. I don't know if you heard, Leah, but they're closing, like, not soon, but they're they announced like the final release schedules for Angmar and Mordor, and the servers will be closed in March of next year. They're going to be closed in March at a level cap of 130, and there are a lot of people. Transfer will be starting in January. There are a lot of people not happy that the schedule is not going to 160. Yes, there is a new coffer. It is Coffer of the Honored Allies, and this is what the outfit looks like. It's very Dunedain themed. I'm freaking obsessed with it, honestly. I'm gonna run it for a bit. I know it makes my bow look a little weird, but also I think my bow is like trash. It's a level 22 bow, so it's not bad. And then you get this mount. I'll show you the mount. Steed of the Promised Allies. The mount is probably... Actually, the mount isn't quite my favorite thing. There's one other thing that I really like. IRP at Dunedain is your main. Oh, yeah. No, you'll definitely want this. This is the mount with the Star of the Dunedain on, like, the main. I think looks so cool. But the best part is you get Gray, the goodest boy. He is the goodest boy. He's got like a Star of the Dunedain outfit. I love him. Where is this war going? This war's like, hold on, let me go around. Then we can fight. So yes, I am obsessed with actually this is I really like the Patron's Coffer of the Noldor. No, you're good. You're good. You go lurk. Take care of yourself. Um I really like the Patron's Coffer of the Noldor, but I think this is my new favorite coffer. And it genuinely makes me just want to play a human and like have a Dunedain themed character. I mean, this just looks so cool. And it's like the sword looks epic. There are daggers that look super cool. So like if I wanted to make a burglar, I could do that. If I wanted to do like a sword and shield guardian, you could do that with this outfit. Like, it's so sick. And especially, like, when you're riding like this, I just feel like a Dunedain Ranger. In the same way that when I'm using the Coffer of the Noldor, I feel like I'm a ancient elven warrior who, like, fought in the Battle of the Last Alliance, or fought against, heck, you could even say fought against Morgoth in the First Age. Like, those are the kinds of feelings I get from these cosmetic packs, and I love them. I want more of them. I want all of them.
It's a sorry day. Will you hear my sorrows? I think I'm catching up to where we were at in our max difficulty challenge. How can I be of service?
I missed that max difficulty challenge. It was fun. Pat, you know what would be insane? If you were a creator for a gotcha game. Because then, like, you could literally take the money, like a chunk of the money that you earn from creating content around a gotcha game, and use it to do more gotcha. Finally. See the other one? Yeah.
I leave for a second and we talk about my field of expertise. Gacha games are your field of expertise? The only gacha game I know that you play is the Horse Girl game. I'm currently riding a horse to quest is. I know, isn't he the best? Gaming is going well. I have a band-aid on my leg that's pulling on my leg hair, though. That's not fun. Yeah, I know everybody wanted to know about that information. Been playing gachas for a decade. Wow. Wait, so did you play Genshin? Up until the end of Ina. I don't know what Inazuma is. I'm gonna assume that is an expansion
Could I speak with you a moment? Might I take a
or like an update, a region. Okay. I played Genshin for like a week. Realized that there was a ton of money that I needed to spend in it, and I was like, nope.
What do you need?
Because I was also when I was in college, and so like I had no money to spend. For Genshin for a while, Star Rail for a bit, Seven Deadly Sins. It is a gotcha, okay. There was one gotcha game that I played that I played like right when it came out because everything that I saw from the beta testers said that it wasn't a full gotcha, but it was Blue Protocol Star Resonant. That game probably had the most fun gameplay loop I had ever had in an MMO. And I grinded it to end game so fast. That's true, you did play Union Cross. And when I got to end game, and I realized that it was a gotcha, and I either had to spend the money to make it a gotcha, or I had to grind for thousands of hours to get the right gear. I was like, nope, that's not happening. Because, like, I was a solo player. So I didn't know anybody in the community. Because I was only around at launch. Oh, wax. This is the wax. And so trying to grind dungeons solo or with randos, that was going to be a pain in the neck. And doing that for thousands of hours, again, terrible. And so it was just like,
Will you lend me your ear? Mind my words, traveller.
it was just so unfortunate because I wanted to enjoy it,
What do you need? Mind my words, traveller.
but then when it was then revealed that it was a gotcha, it genuinely ruined it for me, and I hated it because I wanted like I said, it was some of the best gameplay I'd ever had. It was fun, it was engaging. But I just was not a financial whale to be able to dedicate to something like that. But it's okay. And again, if other people enjoy gachas, every gacha I have seen looks like it has a super fun gameplay loop. Like, I won't tell somebody that enjoys gachas that they're crazy for enjoying a gacha. You know, everybody's got their thing. This Wraith fight is not going well for me. Pop that potion. I think the wrong potion to pop. But we're good. When you talk about gacha creators, you can get yourself in a good loop. Yeah, that's. Oh, yeah. No, I definitely agree with that. People who can make it as a gacha creator, oh, I can only imagine. Especially if you can like work out a deal with the devs to. Oh my gosh.
Megovanen.
That thought genuinely makes me be like, what if I made a gacha channel? But no, we're not doing that. That would be crazy. But I'm also not going to say it's not tempting. The appeal of gacha games is genuinely genius. Like, I don't know if I've ever seen a game setup like gachas. In a way that, like, my brain needs to think for a second. Gachas seriously have the perfect style of gameplay to hook people in and keep them hooked. Because not only do they make really good gameplay loops that people are going to enjoy, but on top of that, there's usually equipped with flashy animation and like flashy animations, big numbers. And so, like, you play a gacha game, Happy Chemical Go Burr. And that's why so many of them are able to do so well. Because they do Happy Chemical Go Burr in such a powerful way. It's actually respectable how they're able to do it. I don't know of a single style of game that is able to create a game that literally can cause a gambling addiction, but then also uh, can bring about a gambling addiction, but still keep people hooked gameplay wise. Because that's the thing. If it was just a matter of gambling, I don't think nearly as many people would be into the gacha genre. If it was just uh, spend money, get good thing, you're good. Because otherwise, then I think Union Cross would have done a lot better. But Union Cross's gameplay loop was so boring. It wasn't flashy. It wasn't anything that would hook people in. It was just tap and or swipe. That was your gameplay loop. And then spend money. So unless there were people that were genuinely some of the most dedicated people out there to whatever media, then it was doomed to fail. And I think Union Cross only got as far as it did because it's Kingdom Hearts. And like, when it comes to games too, I don't think a gacha is necessarily a bad thing. I'm not going to tell a game developer that putting in a gacha immediately ruins the game. The thing that I don't like is when a game becomes so pay to win, like the gacha becomes the only way that you can realistically succeed. That's when the gacha gets ruined for me.
What do you need?
Like, if that part isn't there, like if that part's not there, then I'm significantly more into it. I think a gacha for cosmetics is a great idea. Phenomenal. Because I, for one, am somebody who goes absolutely wild for good cosmetic. If you can make a game system where the cosmetics are your gacha, I think people get a lot more into that. Because it means that they can, if they're not as into cosmetics or just don't have the money for it, then they can still play the game. Whereas a gacha that brings about your way to win ruins the experience because you have to spend money to try and get lucky to win. And that ain't the move. By any means. At least for me. That's my own thought process on gachas. I think there is a place for them. I've also just become super weary about like any game now that comes out. But what's real fun is when somebody can take, or when somebody takes like a gacha element and makes it where you don't have to spend money. There's two games that have done this really, really well. And they're both single player games. I haven't gotten to where it's useful yet in the second game, but I'll mainly talk about it in the first game. But The Adventures of Elliot, The Millennium Tales. It is a HD 2D game that Square Enix developed. And I haven't played the full game, but I played the demo. The demo was phenomenal. Absolutely incredible. But the way that it works, oh my gosh, I need to stop messing with my piercing. I keep putting myself into so much pain. But the way that it works is as you play through the game and you fight enemies, you go through the dungeons, you do Adventures of Elliot feels a lot like a 2D Zelda game. That's the best way that I can describe it. But the thing about the Adventures of Elliot that I really, really enjoy is when you fight your enemies, you get these materials that you turn into a specific vendor, and they get recycled into these orbs that can improve your weapon, improve your health, things like that. And so it's luck on whether or not you get your drops correctly, the way that you want them, but it's not so crazy where you have to grind it forever. Like, it's not something, at least from what I've experienced, it doesn't feel like something that in a speed run becomes your make or break point in the run. I could be wrong. I have not watched a speed run of the Adventures of Elliot. This is just purely what I am basing off of my experience with the demo. Again, I could be horribly off base. But that is a gacha system that doesn't require money. It requires playing the game. And that, I think, as frustrating as it is, as an MMO player, you just kind of get used to that loop. Because when you hit endgame in most MMOs, for you to get the gear drops that you need, it requires you to play the game and play it a lot. And hope that you get your drop. Sometimes you will, sometimes you won't. That's the nature of the end game of MMOs. You grind for gear, you get your gear, and then with that gear, you clear more content to either get better gear or get special unique rewards for clearing whatever the end game, the most recent content is on the latest difficulty. And that could be a lot of different things. Each game does their end game content stuff differently, so I'm not going to say, like, oh, this is how every MMO does it. Because every MMO does things very differently. Which is one of the reasons why MMOs are really cool. Ooh, we got the Wraith spawn. Beautiful.
Well met.
Oh, I need to like it's not like close to dead, but I don't like it. I don't want to go to bed with it being at like 30%. Then when I wake up, it's like basically dead. Oh, I'll need to use my healing ability. Never mind, I'm just a lot. I'm just trying to like go through and just defeat as many of these guys as I can, so that way Dory can just run to escape. Don't falter now, dog. I'm literally clearing this entire camp. I'll pull everybody. And this way now I can also just get mob XP. Because I have a double XP, so I want to make sure that I can utilize it as much as possible. Look, was this the right way to do it? Using that double XP? Not necessarily. But I want to try and catch up as much as possible. Level cap right now I think is 105. Yeah, max is 105, and I'm not even halfway there yet, so it's like...
Well met. Will you stay and speak with me a moment?
Verb shall
Greetings.
come. Neither of those places. Actually, I'm gonna go to Estelden because I can go to Amon Wraith, I think, from there.
How can I be of service? What do you need?
I don't know, but I can go to Amon Wraith right all the way to Trestle Bridge. There's just still this part of me that's like, why am I even focusing on this legendary server when I should be focusing on my on the main servers? Um, and just focus on leveling up there, and then I can be ready. That's the part where I'm torn. Because I genuinely want some of... Okay, actually, let's plan this out. Let's do this. Let's look at the rewards. What cloak do I want? I do want Anduin's wisdom, actually. which is Black Book of Mordor. Chapter 10. Which isn't even where the level cap is right now, actually. Why do I get the hooded cloak of Anduin's wisdom? Aaron with it. Oh, that's not part of the epic. Are there any of these frames that I want? I want Veil of the Nine, but I'm definitely not getting that. I also want Blaze of Hope. And I just need to get to level 60. Great. I can get to level 60 for sure. Yeah, I think we'll switch back to our Noldor. It just is more fitting for the character. I think on the next legendary servers, um, the next set of legendary servers, I might run a Rune Keeper. Alright, first things first, before I forget this, I'm grabbing the Stable Master.
What do you need?
Greetings.
The most fun thing isn't the multiplayer. We have a problem. The most fun thing isn't the multiplayer I literally haven't touched. What do you mean? What's the most fun thing if it's not the multiplayer? Is it the one campaign mission? Is that the most fun thing? Odd 4-esque obstacle course? Oh, that's cool. Yo, Risky Red with the raid! Thank you so much. Welcome, welcome. Welcome in, Raiders. I hope you guys are all doing well. Micah, can you get a shout out for him, please? If not, I can get it when I get some downtime. Mordor Deeds, the Gundabad Gatherings. Ooh, sounds like fun. I find it really funny how this quest is considered level 30. I'm working towards Gundabad for the first time. Nice. On my main server, I am not even close to that. I'm trying. It's so tough in the position that I'm in because I'm trying to progress on my main character, but then I'm also trying to progress on the legendary server. But I'm also doing a hardcore challenge, so it's just basic. So, in short, basically, I can play no other game than LOTRO. Oh, hey, I can turn on my next XP boost. Well, I hope you have been having fun progressing through Gundabad, or to Gundabad, I guess. Hit 133 today anyway. Nice! My highest level character is 64, and that's... What server do you play on? I'm in Peregrine right now. Have a couple alts on Sting with some of the streamers. Ooh! Peregrine, that's also where my main character is. The Peregrine vibes are the best. I also have never heard of people having characters on Sting. Like, I use Sting for if I'm doing a speed run of the game. The server once the Great Smush happened. Ah, that makes sense. I was not around during the Great Smush. I've only been playing for about 2 years. I wouldn't consider myself a baby of the game. But I'm certainly not nearly as experienced as the players who have been playing for like 20 years. Or I think I started in the middle of the Great Smush. Because I remember I picked a server. Don't even remember what server I picked. And then I had to transfer my character out. But I had a free transfer. Because I was on a 32-bit server. There's so many ways to be knowledgeable about the game. There really are. I think my guy is down here. Yep, there he is. I really hope and pray to the Lord Almighty that I do not get a raid spawn right now, because I'm going to burn everything to rip through these enemies. Beautiful. Oh wait, I don't want this. I don't want to destroy the engine. Abandon, because like it's not worth. Have a good night, Risky. Thank you again for hanging out. Appreciate the raid. That ain't no dagger. What? Can I not use it? Oh, it's two-handed. I don't want to use it then. Good boots, bad boots. Good pants, bad pants. This might be old pants, actually. Find and kill Drukard. New deed. Arr. Drukard. Let's find. Where are you? For those who are new here, my name is Zojalix. I guess I never really did do my introduction. I'm a LOTRO creator and just kind of overall Lord of the Rings creator. But I am a part of the LOTRO creator program, and I stream a butt ton of LOTRO. It's like the only game that I stream. No, it's not the only game that I stream, but it's one of them. I also play some SWTOR, and I do the occasional Kingdom Hearts randomizers. So, yeah, hanging out here, you'll get pretty chill streams with the occasional chaos when my wife comes in and decides she wants to cause chaos. Which is always fun. But I do upload a lot on my YouTube, so you should also make sure that you go sub to my YouTube. I'm currently at like 760 subs. I'm less than 250 away from the 1,000 that I need to apply for the YouTube Partner Program. And I have been absolutely grinding. I've been doing basically daily uploads for like 2 weeks now. And let me tell you, it's been a grind, but we're getting through it. We've got a couple videos that have been doing really well. So, the future is looking bright. There you are, and you're level 30. What? I was gonna say, brother, what? Because this is a long journey, I am just going to use my 1 mithril coin for this. I've got...
Megovanen. Mind my words,
I've
traveler.
got the double XP thing, and I want to make sure that I can use it to the full extent of the law. Law, ready for this? Etarelo, Lorena, Julian, Arua, Arhilinia, and yeah. And I really want to learn Quenya. Like, it sounds so ridiculous, but if I could, like, learn another, like, if I had the ability, well, I know I have the ability. If I sat down and learned another language,
What do you need?
I would
How
want
can I
to
be of
learn
service?
Quenya.
Would you do something for me? We must not delay.
little town of Trestle Bridge is all that stands between the Orcs of Angmar and Breland to the south. Halbarad, Ranger of the North, gathers heroes to help defend Trestle Bridge from the approaching onslaught.
Gotta put my hood up because it's raining. Also, because this is like a battle.
They're busted, of a kind I've never seen before approach. But true, Halbarad.
Come now, to the bridge. To the bridge.
Hurrah!
Hoorah. Yeah, we leveled up again. Ha ha! My honor to aid you in this fight.
What can I do for you? Stay a moment.
Good sword, good sword.
Might I take a moment of your time?
Talk to Halbarat, and then I think I'm go from here to the troll
What
shot,
can I do for you?
which is relatively meh. I'm not. Well, actually, I enjoy questing in the troll shot. I enjoy the epic in the troll shots. I don't enjoy side questing in the troll shots. Mattel announced a Lego building kit for the original Xbox game console in celebration of its 25th anniversary. Interesting. Uh-oh. Oh, okay, it was Zach. That's where I'd seen Zach's name before in SRC. It was Third Age. Dude, I want to get an RPG. I know it's not. They're not going to release it this way, but I want an RPG collection for Two Towers, Return of the King, and Third Age. Like, if there was any of the games that I would want released in a bundle, it would be those three. I think Return of the King, obviously, Return of the King and Two Towers just makes sense because they're just two games that go hand in hand together. But the Third Age, they use so many assets from it that it would make a ton of sense. Like, they use a lot of the same animations for all of like the guest party members, like Aragorn, Legolas, and Gimli. All of the same animations for them. I don't know about Gandalf for sure because I haven't gotten to Minas Tirith in a long time. But that would be a way that they could do it. I think that would be something that they could do. And releasing them in a bundle would just be so cool because we've never had a bundle of Lord of the Rings games before, and so I would really want to see that is those three games in a bundle. That's all I have to say on that one. Oh, I can take my helmet off now. Now that I'm out of battle. I like it better. I like this outfit specifically without the helmet. I look so angry. Oh, most quests you can have active quest limit. Okay.
What can I do for you? Might I take a moment of your time?
Okay, perfect. Now we head to the Troll Shaws. Which The fastest way for me to do this is I'm gonna warp down to Bree, and I'm gonna go to Oscaruth, and that will get me last break.
Hello, friend. Could you help me with something?
I'm just gonna grab a new
Greetings,
set
friend.
of VIP rewards. I think my other one was like on the verge of expiring. Oh, how is... Chip, 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 chip.
What do you need?
I think it would be fun if I were to like get a group of people that would be interested in doing like a role playthrough of LOTRO, where we pick our characters and every time we talk to each other, we have to do it in character. And we would have to have like certain roleplay restrictions, like no fast travel, no town services, things like that, and just try and like really build the authentic experience for role playing. But I don't know. I feel like not too many people would be too interested in that.
Mind my words, traveler.
I thought I like slid this down. Didn't. Okay, we are going to do. Oh, hello. Oh, I need to remember to use the ability that will literally make it where the wraiths hurt themselves attacking me. That was scary close. See, like, doing quests like this is really smart because A, it gives me the XP that I need to jump forward in the levels that I'm trying to get, but also it gives me chances for wraiths, and fighting wraiths is like actually a good sign because that means that I will be able to get the currency because you have to get Tattered Shadows to get some of the rewards. Now, you do have to grind them quite a bit, which is why I'm like, as many as I can get, the happier I will be. My floaty name's on. Right. Of course, all of the enemies I'm needing to fight, in other words, the sickle flies, nowhere to be seen. And I don't want to just spend a lot of time, like, wandering looking for them, you know? It's like if I find them, great. If I don't find them, I'm not going to be heartbroken because I want to make sure I'm using these EXP boosts efficiently and aimlessly wandering. This is where I kind of wish I would have picked Hunter because I would have had ways to go, like, track them. But nope.
Govanen. What can I do for you? Will you lend me your ear?
If it wasn't for the fact that my epic was in here, I probably wouldn't do questing in the Troll Shaws. Come on. There we go. Because it's just kind of a pain. Side questing in here is genuinely a pain. Oh, upon the board, so I gotta fight them. I ding 34 and spawn a Wraith on 34. What even are the odds? I'm getting cooked by this guy. But we got him. We traded. I still don't think I even got the... I feel like I need to figure out a better rotation. Oh, we definitely want Raging Blade. I think is what I went and like... Oh, and I have a stun? I also have an additional healing ability that I've not been using. Oh, okay, I got the events that I needed. Not a more fly, not a more fly. Not a more fly, not a more fly. Not a more fly, also not a more fly.
What can I do for you? Will you lend me your ear? Megovanen.
Bridge.
Megavanen.
Ugh.
How can I be of service?
Greetings to you.
Did I not pick the swift travel? Okay, I did.
This is unthinkable! Will you stop and hear my accursed tale?
This one that I already... Okay, I think we're just gonna go ahead and move on from mission or these quests, and we are going to start making our way over towards Rivendell. If we get anything else that's like worth it to do, we'll do it. But for the most part, I want to try and just use the epic, get my level up. Once I hit 45, I am gonna start volume 2 though, so I can get my LI. Because the earlier I can get my LI, the better off we'll be there. Is my ancient script? Okay, looks like ancient script is not account wide but server wide, which is great. Because I don't want to like burn through all of my ancient script. Really early. Alright, do not forget you have a whole other healing ability that you can use. Bro, I keep killing them at the same time. Maybe I'll run Bear on the next Legendary server. That could be fun. You know what? We're just gonna focus. I'm gonna keep this quest active, but I'm just gonna focus on getting to Rivendell. Because I'm gonna be doing a lot of stuff out in the Troll Shaws, and I can like use advantage of that while I'm doing the epic. The only reason I wouldn't do that is because of the EXP boost, but it's fine. Because of the EXP boost, boosts that we have used, we've already gotten a lot farther in levels than I expected. Oh, I could also play a Mariner. I don't want to play anything that I have on my main servers right now, so like I'm not gonna play Champion because once this server transfers out, I'm gonna transfer this guy to Peregrine, which probably means I'll end up deleting my other champion, so RIP Elrena, but that's okay. I wasn't fully invested in her anyways. She was mostly just like a filler character. Even though I wrote so much lore for her, so maybe I'll keep her around, but I don't know what I'm gonna do with her yet. Or maybe I'll remake her as a different class. Because that's an option. Maybe I'll remake her as like a captain. Like Beorning's a good option for a legendary server. Especially if they bring the Wraiths back, Beorning is a really good option. What else is a good option? Since I'm gonna be running it in a group, like I even already have a group ready, that there's three of us total that are gonna run the legendary servers to get. What the frick, sir? But since there's three of us that are all gonna be running them together, then we can, like, I can do something that's gonna be beneficial for our group. And so, like, Guardian wouldn't be a terrible idea, so we would have some form of tank. I could run a Runekeeper for healing. It all is going to kind of depend on what my friends run. But see, then I could just say, I'm going to run a Beorning, and I can do literally all three. But there's also part of me that wants to run Warden.
Greetings to you.
There's just too many good options. Mariner sounds really fun. I wonder if the new servers are going to launch during the anniversary event or if it's going to be after. I kind of hope it's after the anniversary event, honestly. Yo, what's up, Indarth? Half awake, how's things? Things are going okay. We have powered through basically all of the Lone Lands. We did a lot in North Downs, like we did the epic in North Downs, and now we have officially arrived in Trollshaws. And if I really get miserable and side questing, I can always pivot and go to Evendeem, which I'm honestly tempted to do because I absolutely despise the side quests in Trollshaws. But since I'm trying to follow the epic to get through the to get the deeds for it, it just kind of makes sense to suffer through this. See, normally I would advocate, if I wasn't trying to be efficient and go really fast, I would advocate for Evendeem as well. I would say I can pick the epic back up later. I'm gonna power through. I'm gonna go to Evendeem and do a bunch of questing over there because that's gonna be more fun. than trying to get through the epic than trying to do all my side questing in Trollshaws. It's like it's more a matter of I think technically yes, Evendeem is faster, but I don't want to leave the Trollshaws, go to Evendeem, and do a bunch of side questing without even doing, and then have to come back to the Trollshaws and do a bunch of work on, and then catch up on the epic.
How can I be of service?
Hail, friend, and well met.
Yes, but again, so will the side quest. Like, I don't want to have to jump back and forth between a bunch of different regions because I don't want to side quest in a specific area when I'm trying to be efficient. Like, this is a thing with, like, if you were to do an epic, a speed run through the epic, is you'd be losing so much time to go to Evendeem and side quest over there. Than you would be to focus on the epic.
I thank you for this news. Welcome to Rivendell.
But right now, I'm high enough level where I can just focus the epic. And so I want to just focus the epic. If I was just focusing on leveling, I wouldn't, I would go to Evendeem. 100%. But I think especially right now, since I'm 3 levels below the epic, I can even use the epic with the EXP boosts that I bought to get a ton of XP that will really help push me forward. Did you do much questing in North Downs? Mostly just the epic. I did a couple of things near Trestle Bridge that are like the early level 20 quests, so I could avoid doing stuff in the Lone Lands. Like, I did a lot of my side questing from in the North Downs, so I didn't have to do a bunch of random side questing in the Lone Lands. And I had to, my leveling, so I actually kind of goofed by power leveling in missions because you get significantly higher chances for wraiths in the landscape, which you get a special currency from defeating wraiths. And so if you don't do those,
Not in vain. Dark
um,
days are coming.
if you aren't fighting wraiths, then you aren't getting the currency. And so you're not getting the things that you need. I need to figure out LOTRO legendary. I need to figure out where, like, Gathforth near, like, what do I do with the Tattered Shadows? See, this is something I want. She's in a Stelding. Oh, and Bree by the Boar Fountain. I might ask Leafy about that because when you finish North Bree, you're much closer to Trestle Within Loneliness, and maybe we'll just go there to do this quest. I don't know. That's a good question. Okay, I actually am going to go back to Bree real quick and get that charm so I can increase my Wraith spawn. This charm of Gathering Shadows. What does these do? What do these do? Effigy of Grim Southron. I don't know what that does, but...
What can I do for you?
Okay. Or Fountain. But I think, is the Veil of the Nine an event that... Okay, so the Veil of the Nine happens the entire time. I just wanted to make sure that, like, I wasn't gonna, like, come here and she wasn't gonna be here. But there she is. Right there.
How may I help you?
Minimum level 45. Well, I'm gonna buy one right now so I have it any...
What can I do for you?
Whoa. Wait, that's sick. I want that.
What do you need?
I want that hood. Hood of the Veil. It's what?
What can I do for you?
150. Got something more to work towards.
What do you need?
Now I will need to go to Barakhan's
How
camp,
can I be of service?
and then I have to walk manually. For 1 to 50, the Trestle Bridge may be worth it since it's extra XP in pocket. Fair enough. Ah! Okay. I guess so much for that Band-Aid. Long term, you'd have to do less in Goblin Town. I mean... Sign me up, dog. I despise Goblin Town. Probably my least favorite area in Eriador. Either that or Angmar. Those two areas are terrible. At least Angmar, I know where I am. That's fair. That's valid. If Angmar has one thing going for it, one, you know where you are. I know I'm going to need to do probably some additional questing in Eriador before I actually finish the epic, but my plan is to avoid Angmar. Like, I'll go and I'll do Eregion. I will do Orokel. Like, I ain't touching nothing in Angmar. Is he yeeting through with the epic? Yeah, basically. I'm gonna yeet through with the epic on Angmar, and that's gonna be the end of it. The next XP boost because I will be able to finish one of these quests. So do they not like the women, or not the women, the men? For this quest, I feel like they only, yeah, it seems that they only like the women elks. That's a buck, so I can leave him alone. That's an intriguing... Yeah, it is a really weird quirk of the quest. Okay, well that one it just didn't give it to me. Are they just random? Does it matter? It just says elk, so I don't know. It could just be a random drop. Yeah, it's a random drop. Okay. Yeah, that does seem a lot more logical than gender-based. Gender-based is low-key kind of crazy. Like, casually, yo, we hate men, dear. So, or we like men, dear. So only I don't know. I'm gonna shut my mouth before I say something that makes it sound like I'm like misogynistic against like deer or something. Oh, that's a mourning. That's a harrowing. That's not one we're fighting. Nope, nope, nope. That's a mournful. That's not happening, bro. Nah, nah, nah. Bro is in my path. I have to like try and sneak around this dog. He is patrolling. If I had Task with me, I could probably actually take it between the two of us. But just me, I can't beat a mournful. See, now my brain's like, I wonder if I could if I was a Beorning. Not the Mournfuls. The Mournfuls they're on steroids. I probably could if I used crafted gear, but I completely ignored crafting for the sake of efficiency in leveling. And so because of that, my gear does suffer. But since I only have until March of next year before the server closes, I want to try and just go big old speedy. So I actually almost went with Hunter. Unironically, I almost was like, if I'm going to be speedy, I should be a Hunter. But I didn't choose Hunter because I wanted to be able to deal with Wraiths. Well, after 50, at that point, it's just more... After 50, I don't even know anything, because it's going to be after running... I'm going to have to go through Moria again, because of the Epic, and then... then it's to where my main character is. Like, there's actually a chance that this character could pass my main. Which, low-key, there's a part of me that's like, if it wasn't for the fact that my main was essentially labeled after Vax from Vox Machina, then I would probably actually make this character my main if it did get to the point where I passed it.
Be of service. Stay a moment.
Oh, we are not going to the angle.
At your service.
At your service and your families. Oh, okay, so picking around here just doesn't really make sense. So we gotta go back.
What do you need?
Okay. In here.
Is a moment of your time too much to ask?
How can I be of service?
I think they need to redo the map for the Trollshaws. Like, their new Rivendell map is wonderful. They need to redo this map. I want to be able to see every single individual path, everything. Why, hello there. Trolly trolls. Ah, wait. This doesn't seem right. Maybe it is. Oh! Okay, we're panicking a little bit here. Are you freaking kidding me, bro? Are you freaking kidding me? I'm stunned. I'm cooked. They redid the main Rivendell map. That Wraith spawn was so unfortunate. Like, there was just nothing I could have done to get out of there. As a hunter, I get uber lucky in that spot. You can just skirt the edges to kill. Well, no, like that's not the spot where like the level 50 Carghoul spawns or whatever. That was I got a legendary server Wraith spawn. And the terrible part was I wasn't even in the right place. The Wraith is going to be up here. No? Is he despawned already? Okay, I do see a Carghoul over there. The two of them. Oh, they're level 75. Oh, gosh. Where's my Wraith? Did he just say I'm a head out? Yeah. The Kargul exists over here. I found them. But my own wraith that I spawned was just like, nope. I need one more of those humanoids. Do not want to get too close. Okay, we got it. Ah! There we go. What's this? What? That's such a stupid ability. What? That's a racial trait? I haven't even unlocked any racial traits, so actually it's not. I don't know what it is. It must just be a champion skill. Why it exists? I don't friggin' know. But it does. What does it say again? It says, tales of your heroic acts draw cheers from the crowd. So I think it's literally just something that causes other people to emote. I think it's just a social ability. I can use it once every 2.5 minutes. Well, I guess if you've never had a champion to level 36, then that would make sense. We need to go to Thorinhead, I think is where I'm going. Yeah. Hold up. Drop that. Start that. Eat that. Who never loved me,
What can I do for
Mom?
you?
But I needed you,
Will you lend
whoa.
me your ear?
Megovanen.
Dude, task is gonna be like, what the heck? She comes back onto Angmar and is like year level, almost level 40. And I'm like, doing a little grindy grind. Who pinged me? Oh, okay. It wasn't anything big. It wasn't important. Poor Tass didn't get the power. Well, no, she's been power leveling. She's just on a trip right now. So she doesn't have the opportunity to play as much. Which just opens the door for me to come in and take over. Mwah ha 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 ha. Power level. Grrr. I am strongman.
Hail, friend, and well met.
Are any of these even good? They're not even good, nerd. You never loved me, Mom. To be fair, I did spend LOTRO points to get a double XP thing. So I'm leveling like twice as fast. Which, actually, a big brain move, unironically, would be to go and do Farmer's Fair while I have this double XP, because you can get so many quests done in that span of time. And I could just, like, level up so much. But I want to power through the epic. So it's like, what do I do? Which, I'm only one level down from the epic, which is good. Which is good, because that means I can just power the epic.
Hail, friend, and well met.
Yeah, all the festival stuff, you always get XP on level, which is why it's so good. Like, I've been doing, I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of this Henderball quest. I've been doing festivals on my main, on Peregrine, and I think I've gone from level 61 to 64 on Farmer's Fair alone. On like a week of Farmer's Fair. And I only do like the daily wrappers. Is this not the spot to... Oh, wait, I probably can't use it because I'm mounted. Godoy. See, I'm gonna have to be smart when I get to the Misties, so that way I can get on level, like stay on level or around that, without having to do um Goblin Town, because I'm gonna want to avoid Goblin Town like the plague, bro. Well, I'm just thinking I don't even want to touch Goblin Town. And you don't do Goblin Town in the Epic, so if I can avoid it, whew, you know I will.
What can I do for you? Will you lend me your ear?
I just did that part of the Epic, you don't even have to go there, you can use the... Yeah. Well, no, you wouldn't, you don't need to, I don't even think you need to go to Goblin Town at all. As part of the Epic, I don't even, like, you might dip in there, but it's not anything... Is this one Thornhand? That's right. The Epic takes you into the... I don't remember that at all. You just did it? Okay. I thought that was a side story.
Mind my words, traveler.
I didn't think that was part of the Epic, but I believe you. Of course, now the Hendrival are like... Fine. I'm focusing on the Epic right now anyways. See, this was really fun as a burglar, because I could just sneak around everything. But as a champion, I have to fight everything. Oh, we got a raid. And it's a mournful. Are you kidding me, bro? Oh, that's so buns. I gotta make sure I'm not too loud. If I wake up my kid, my wife's gonna kill me. That is 3 horribly unlucky spawns. Oh, I didn't use the thing. Oh. Wait. Maybe with my inspiration I can actually do this. I forgot that I was inspired because of this is a fellowship quest. I feel so much happier now. They made that easy. Yo, thanks for the boost. Dude, that was clutch, actually. My brain was like, no, I'm mournful, and then I was like, oh wait, I have the inspiration gem. That means that I have significantly more health, and I just deleted the fool. And my life got so much happier. It'll be interesting when I get to Moria on this character because I will be like questing in Moria versus what I did before, which was I grinded missions. So that way I was basically over leveled. But this time around I'm gonna actually like be on level for questing. So I might actually hate Moria. But we will see when we actually get through there. I wanted to make sure I discover it. It's still gonna be a while before we get to Moria. I don't think this is the right way to go. No, this is definitely not. Sir? This is why Trollshaws needs a new map. Opening up my map right now to try and figure out where to go is basically useless. It just kind of gives me a general idea of where I am. But in terms of actually finding paths and stuff, your compass is actually the better way to go. I think it would be really fun if, like, I was able to get it set up where I could do the hardcore stuff on the LOTRO stream. I don't think that'll happen, but that would be fun. Just kind of a way to expand to more LOTRO people. But I also don't want to, like, message Cord and be like, you should let me do this on the LOTRO stream as a creator. One that I never want to do is, like, try and come off that I'm, like, flexing as a creator. Because I'm still blown away that I even got in as to the creator program. Because I think out of... Well, actually, no, not out of all the creators. At least out of all the active ones, I think I have the least amount of experience in the game. Most of the other active LOTRO creators have been playing for like 10 plus years. I hit things shift, but it's fine because it's Oh, it's just a dead end. Oh yeah, no, everyone starts somewhere. I'm not saying that as like I'm bad at the game or anything, because I don't think I'm bad at the game at all. I mean that as more of like if I'm somebody who is gonna be like looking for creators for a game and I'm wanting to do a content program, I would want to pick people who have experience. I wouldn't want to just pick some random Joe Schmo, and especially on an MMO like this one. Like a new MMO, you can kind of do like whatever with it. Because newer MMOs, it's a lot easier for them because nobody's played the game, but this is a game that's got 20, like, it'll be 20 years old in April. So it's got a ton of history behind it, and some people have been a part of that history from the beginning. But I think that also kind of gives me a bit of a boon for joining, because I can provide fresh perspective on the game. Like, I don't have 20 years of experience in the game. So if there's something that I want to see, this is something that's coming from a newer player, and that can change the way that certain things are looked at. Again, not wanting to flex, oh yeah, I'm a new player, these are the things that I want for the game. It's just something that, like, I think there is a massive benefit in games between talking to both experienced and new players. Like, if you genuinely want an MMO to succeed, you have to be able to cater to both. Because there are people who have been playing the same MMO as, for some people, literally the only video game that they play for 20 years. And so they've seen a lot of things that the game has done well. And if they've managed to stick through things where the game has not done well, you want to figure out what do they like, what do they not like. But you also need to make sure that when you are updating your MMO, you have to update it with the thought of, I want new people to jump into the game. And the majority of MMOs out there that are hitting that massive, like, tenure of 20 years, 10 years, whatever, most of those games, their new player experience is genuinely terrible. Also, it's not letting me use the inspiration crystal. Oh, there it goes. That was weird. Ponkus Ponkus! And so I think a lot of MMOs that are at least 10 years old, most of them need to revamp their new player system. And I think LOTRO is actually one of them. That could really benefit from not like a complete overhaul of the new player system, because I think they have a lot of good framework. I just think there are things that could be better. And I say that in the place of love. Like, I genuinely want to see LOTRO succeed, and the best way that you can make any game, any MMO succeed is to make a good new player experience. And I think LOTRO has some areas where it could improve on it. I think in terms of most MMOs' new player experiences, it does a really good job. And I would have to, like, sit down and, like, really think about, okay, what are the things from the new player experience that I would want to see improved upon? The first thing that I can think of off the top of my head is slightly better class explanations in character creation. I think they give a lot of good lore things, but they don't really give a lot of great mechanical explanations. Like, when I look at a lore master versus a rune keeper, they look like there could almost be the same class. But if you read, it will say one summons pets. You know, like the lore master thing will say it uses pets. And so that's like the one thing that you can use as the defining feature between the two of them. But you wouldn't know that right away. And for some people who might be coming from another MMO, they might want to read about the abilities. Now, I don't know if you necessarily want them to read about all of the abilities, because that could be overwhelming. And explain the class system. 3 minutes or less. Yeah. Yo, what up, Sappy? But that's like the thing that I think about all the time is like it's such a weird situation when you are trying to make a good MMO, because like obviously you want your stuff to be approachable for new players, but you also can't info dump. You just got an all comics PB by over a minute. Yo, freaking G, Sappy. Like, so many MMOs, they either are like, we're going to give you a ton of information right away. And they do that, and then players are so overwhelmed by all the information that they panic. And I think LOTRO suffers from it a little bit, because, like, the first time you open the trait tree, I have to get out of combat here. So you, like, switch to this, and you've got this. Brain goes bork. And it's overwhelming. It's terrifying. Have to try and figure out, okay, what does all this mean? Especially if you're somebody who has never played an MMO before. You didn't go to the comics page? Bruh. I'm so sorry. And so, like, but once you pick one, and you get your traits back, and you can see them, it's not nearly as bad, because you can see this and go all the way here. Did you not do it in the VOD at all? But, like, seeing this, where all this stuff is grayed out, it's just like, okay, great. I can ignore that and move on. Go run it back. You got this, I believe. And I think one of the best ways that could improve the class system... No, you're so good. You're so good. You tell me. Enjoy your lurking. But I think one of the ways that improves the class system in any other MMO is more class-based quests. I know in Tharth we had talked about this, of like having more class quests. But I think having those built in, where they kind of follow you through your main story, would be something that truly would work so well. Because then as your character levels up and you gain access to a lot of new skills, you can have a quest that can help to explain those skills, help to explain how to use them, and you can make that all as a big part of your story. And like for a game like LOTRO, every time you hit a class quest milestone, usually you have to like go back to somewhere, like Bree. You have to go back to Bree to do those quests. And I think that's something that would be really helpful, is adding those in. Another thing that they need is, as soon as you can get access to more group content, like instances and things like that that are designed for groups, they need to give you a role tutorial. It's the one thing that I talk about that FF14 does so well, is right before your first dungeon, they give you a quest where you learn your role. You learn how to tank. The game walks you through that process. You learn how to heal. You learn about positioning as a DPS. You learn about positioning as a tank. You learn about what it means to draw aggro. Those kinds of things that no other MMO that I have played genuinely teaches you how to do. And so if you want to have your MMO succeed, you have to give your players the tools to do it. And there are too many MMOs out there, especially ones that are old, that don't give you the tools to succeed. And it drives new players away, and veteran players get frustrated at newer players. So, yeah, that's my TED Talk on that. They continue to do them, and it feels like a climax. They do give you one in Moria, but the one that I had in Moria was kind of terrible. But yeah, again, like that's a big thing, is LIs make those rewards worthless. Hey, you. What? No, he's big seepers. I thought I got really frustrated at my game, and I thought I woke him up. But... He's just a wiggler. I kind of figured that's why you were down here. That's so lame. I hate that for you. Good night. Love you. What? I probably will, honestly. I've already been live for 3.5 hours, so. Bring your doggy do. The doggy, the bubby do. Okay. Bubby do. Hey, love you. What?
Do you really smell fumes anymore? Then turn it. Because that's what it's for.
The fumes from the primer. Yeah, no, going through all that effort for a bow that you... Like, most people, even when they get that class quest, will probably have their LIs already. Because most people now, unless you're somebody who you're like, I'm going to go through the epic specifically, and I need to, like, I want to finish it for specific rewards, once you hit 45, you just grab your LI. Oh, yeah, I can wait until you go live, and then I can raid into you, Leah.
Greetings to you.
I didn't even realize that it was almost midnight, if I'm being completely honest. But it's the same with everything. Once they move past it, they just leave it and don't touch it. Yeah. Well, and that's something they're working on. Like, SSG they did say in the developer roadmap that they're going to be working on doing some quality of life with the older content, which is something that I think is going to be absolutely huge. Because that's been my biggest thing going
the game again, or again, going through the game for the first time, is the older content doesn't feel worth it. Class quests aren't worth it. Doing Rift is not worth it. Doing a lot of those older content, Karn Doom's not worth it. All of those instances that were such a staple in the early parts of the game are not worth it in their current state. And so you get these quests, and you might as well just ignore it and move on. But for but if SSG are going to do what they've said they're going to do, which sometimes, game devs have to change their mind, but they have been pretty adamant since they've been advertising for Update 50 at the end of the year that there were going to be changes, quality of life changes to older content. They haven't gone into detail as to what that's going to be, and that's something I'm actually really excited for because I won't feel
Hope is not in vain.
like I'm doing all of these other quests and going through. Like, it's going to make me feel a lot more motivated to do older content, especially as I look at leveling more alts and going through legendary servers. Because right now, I think my focuses are going to be the hardcore challenge until we either hit 100 hours or I just decide it's fun and I want to keep going. Because that's also, a thought process. And even though the first day ended in tragedy, I'm still going to keep going. But either way, being able, I'm going to be doing those, and I'll probably have alts that I'm going to level off stream, because I want to be able to play LOTRO and not make it feel like it was, not make it feel like it's my job, even though as I'm growing in content, it kind of is becoming my job, but it's it's a good job, because I can actually get on and play LOTRO for 6 hours a day and be happy. Anyways, I digress on that. Balancing old content, which is the main topic here. That is huge. That's a big thing that LOTRO needs. Yeah, I don't even know why I recorded this for a YouTube video, because I already have a whole video on this. I have a whole video on what I would like to see from it. Because it's, again, a thing that FF14 does so well, that they have ways that you can, even if you're higher level. Yo, Phoenix Author with the raid! Thank you so much. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'd be worried about them making it take longer. If they make it faster, I'm in. That's another conversation. I don't know. What's up, Demon Quest? Let me get you a shout out here real quick. Shout out Phoenix Author. Phoenix Author is a chill creative soul who weaves words like a master artist, a Tolkien and C.S. Lewis nerd. They're on a quest to keep storytelling alive with a published book and ADHD superpowers. Disrespectful Christian streamer paints and shares dramatic tales, catch them live before they land a writing gig. LOTRO's been so long since I played. Well, I play an absurd amount of LOTRO. Yo, thank you for the follow. But for those who don't know who I am, because Phoenix, I don't think we have met. My name is Ojalex. I'm a Lord of the Rings online creator. I'm also just primarily a Lord of the Rings creator, so I make a lot of Lord of the Rings content. My main focus is on Lord of the Rings video games. So you'll see my YouTube has probably more variety content in that regard. What is happening here? What is going on? Okay. That was really weird. Where I'll usually make videos talking about upcoming Lord of the Rings games and stuff like that. But for the most part on stream, I've been playing LOTRO. It's honestly become my favorite game of all time. And so you'll see a lot of that on stream. with occasional speed runs, and then I also on stream will play some Star Wars: The Old Republic, as well as like I also really like doing Kingdom Hearts randomizers. Those are a really fun thing. So yeah. Wait, if we're on doing level 40 quests, that mean I'm going to be heading up to the Misties soon. I have a large percentage of Tolkien's books. I played LOTRO for all my teenage years, but then college happened. Oh, that's so valid. I only started playing LOTRO within the last 2 years. So I'm fairly new to the game. But I pretty much play it. I play it basically every day, especially right now because of the farmers fairs going on. So like I'll play farmer. I'll do like my farmers fair dailies. Sometimes that might be all that I can do for a day, but I'll do those. And just each day I do just get on, play a little bit in the little bit of downtime that I have, and I love it. Yep, that was about when I started, was when they reduced their servers down during the 64. They took away all the 32-bit servers and went down to the 64-bit ones. But what I'm doing right now is I'm playing on the Legendary servers, which are a VIP exclusive set of servers where you play through content on like a release schedule. So on the main servers right now, the level cap is 160, but on the Legendary servers, the level cap is 105. And you have to go through different, like you go through the expansions, and there's unique challenges and rewards that you can get based on the Legendary servers. And these servers are in their final leg, so March of next year, the Legendary servers are going to close, and then they'll get reset with new ones. But I want to try and get as many of the rewards as possible. So, yeah. But my main character, basically how my schedule works, Mondays are going to be the variety days. Not playing before this existed. Yeah, they're super fun. They're honestly probably my favorite servers to even play on right now. Just because, like, the current challenge with this Legendary server is every time I kill an enemy, there is a random chance that a unnamed wraith will spawn, and it's like an elite enemy that I might have to fight. Some of them are soloable, some of them are not. So it's actually like very much encouraged that you do these with a friend. And my main friend that I would normally do this on is currently on a trip. But eventually when they get back, I'm sure they'll catch up in levels, and then we'll get grinding together so that way we can get caught up as quickly as possible. But right now I'm still going through all the base game content. After this instance, I'm going to have to go. Oh, yeah. That's what draws a lot of people in. You do have to be subbed to the game. So if you don't have an active sub, you will have to sub in order to play on the Legendary servers.
There is an evil power at work.
That's where most people ended up with glamdring, which is totally understandable. I never even thought about my item durability. Oh, Legolas has just been over here fighting this dude all by himself. LOTRO was the first MMO I've been able to consistently play with friends. Every other MMO that I played with friends, either they didn't like the game, or they would power level and get so far ahead of me when I wasn't playing. And it like ruined the experience because I was like, I want to play the game with you guys, and then they would get so far ahead, and then they would then be like, oh, it's fine, we'll help you, it'll be great. But then they're just like one-shotting everything, and so I'm just like, what's even the point of me doing anything? Like, I'm not learning my character, I'm not learning anything. So then I would just stop having fun. I'm like, I'm not playing this anymore. What game? Was that Paragon in Darth? Paragon was a game my brothers played. They kept wanting me to play it, but I didn't understand how MOBAs worked, so I hated it. I wonder if there's any gameplay footage of Guardians of Middle-earth. I was randomly connected with a group on the first Overwatch and we play D&D with several of them every week and we get years. That's cool. That's so cool. I have a group of friends that we met through Kingdom Hearts speedrunning that I hang out with on Discord like all the time. Like I would be in VC with them like while I was working when I had a job, but and it was super fun. And we played D&D together. I've been DMing like a mini campaign that's been like 3 sessions long. Gosh, every time I get that flash, I think a Wraith is spawning. There's YouTube videos for the Lord of the Rings MOBA. Great. I wonder if there's any weird group of people that, like, made a private server for it. Yeah, because it was, I don't think it was it even released on PC?
We are nearing the source of the evil.
Have more time to game, but if I want to practice hobbies, there's no time for games. That's so valid. I want to get into more hobbies, but since I'm like actually trying to make a push in my content, that takes up a lot of time. Which, I mean, you know, is fine. Like, it is what it is. But, like, I want to do more stuff with D&D. I really want to get into photography. Most of my photography is random pictures I take of my kid. But between content and my... but between content and my kid, it just takes up all of my time. Have I planned out that one-shot anymore? It's not a one-shot, it's gonna be a full campaign. I haven't sat down with it in a while, because I got to a point where I needed to do battle maps. And that's, like, my biggest drawback, is battle maps. That's why I made my hobbies my content. That's cool. Yeah, like right now, my wife is the one who works because I have a lot of medical issues right now, so I can't work right now. And also, we can't afford childcare. And since my wife has a job that she actually really likes, she's the one working. And holy crap. I'm gonna fall asleep. And she's the one working. I'm with our son all day, every day, which I love. I love being full-time dad, honestly. If money wasn't a problem, I would love to just full-time dad. Yeah, it's not an easy task to get that figured out. But, I stay at home with a kid, and he's just under a year old, so every time he's doing his nap time, that is my content grind time. I am, like, working on shorts, working on long-form videos, and since I'm really trying to push for YouTube Partner right now, because I'm so close, I have the watch hour requirement, I just have to get, like, 240 more subs. I've been, like, doing daily uploads, and that's been pretty exhausting. Doesn't nap anymore? Oh, wow. Good golly.
Dread has passed, but the memory...
That instance
How can
took
I be of service?
forever.
Megovanen.
I mean, it makes more sense to grab the dagger. Even though I do want to replace my bow. Nice, we just dinged 38. Alright, we're going to go ahead and we're going to stop there for today. I'm going to send you guys over to Leah. Also, Phoenix, I'm going to give you a follow. And now we are going to, oops, that here. And we're going to raid my friend Leah, who is a city goose. She's doing some farmer's fair right now. But thank you guys so much for hanging out. Just as a reminder, I'm off tomorrow, but we will be back on Monday, most likely with some Star Wars The Old Republic. Oh, okay, cool. And then Tuesday, we will be on Peregrine, leveling our main character. So, yeah. Alrighty, go hang out with Leah. Thank you guys again. You are loved. You are valued. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. We'll see you next time. Have a good weekend, everybody. Goodbye.